second cut silages go. Good crop, nice and clean. More's not under pressure, but nice crop of stuff to be fair. Yeah, so the opportunity has presented itself to try and get our second cut started, so that's what we've done. Nice clean crop of stuff here in this field. In fairness, these 3 fields that we're going to get first it's really nice lush stuff if you can get it quickly, so that's what we're going to try and do. We have a few hours to try and get it all done, and so fingers crossed the rain holds off. So we're just having a look at it there with the man in the mower, and it's pretty decent. So originally we're going to wait until middle of the week to do this, but the weather has just been atrocious, so we're going to try and do it now. Get a bale today. See about wrapping it and stacking it this evening, but if that ran into tomorrow morning, wouldn't mind. At least I've got this in the dryer window. Happy Sunday. You know you have a stock problem when you're putting your gates back up in the yard. I suppose I can't blame them. It is lovely lush grass, but unfortunately they need to leave. There's a couple of cows not looking so healthy, so all have to come out. Lovely. Go on. Go on. Back to your lovely fresh green grass. And hopefully I won't disturb you again. Well, today or this week anyway. These poor ladies got a bit of a sting of fluke, so one of them particularly bad, so injecting her for Senulax, or with Senulax I should say, for the next couple of days, so hopefully she'll get her condition back. Obviously the calf still on her is taken from her too, but definitely the weather hasn't been helping. A lot of worms this year. So our fencing contractor arrived, and in fairness to him, he made small work of this job. Yeah, so 2-row of barbed wire over our sheep, and then, like I said, at this tricky point, just pulled it out a little bit from our original boundary, just to allow us a little bit of space to maybe sow a little bit of white thorn for infill, just where there was a few gaps between us and our neighbour. In fairness, decent job done here. So we left this part of the field, as I said, across over to this corner here open just yet, because we just haven't fully decided on what we're going to do on here. We did clean out this drain at the bottom of the field, but I might just open some more cuts into the bottom of the field and fill them up with stone in the future. So it's plastic and netting collection time of year. Trying to get rid of this stuff, unsightly stuff around the yard, to be fair. It's great though to be able to get rid of it, and I suppose the correct manner. Yeah, they've been queuing up early in Ballymahon. They've got to let them in. They're out on the road, so go time. So who said farmers can't get out of bed early? Load number 2 nearly ready. I'll get the sweat going. Back with load 2, and Smiths have, well, they're dealing with a big mountain of stuff now. Not as busy as earlier on, but still getting in and out. We've only a small bit of net and a bit of plastic left. That should do us. Mighty facility, been able to get rid of it, to be fair. Saves having unsightly mounds of it around the farm, or the temptation to set light to it. Not that anyone would do that. Yeah, so back to our lovely fencing job here on our little out farm. Come over here to just check things in the morning, and spotted, yeah, big ash tree down on top of the wire. Wasn't impressed. Yeah, so there was Mother Nature rightly annoying us in the back end again. So just going to, I made a few cuts off it, and now I'm just going to lift it straight up to take the tension off the fence. Yeah, it's probably not pretty, but hopefully it won't be as ugly when I lift it off. So taking a little bit of tension there, that's where it came down. Typical Irish. We have a lot of this ash dieback. You know, this looked fine. That's the dangerous thing with these trees. They looked 100%, and then all of a sudden, really gusty and a lot of wet weather, and then all of a sudden down. Just gonna give it a lift here. We have it up in the air, way off the fence. Just going to make a 1 cut at this end. Okay, that worked out alright. We were left with this short piece. Rotten base is now falling in behind that fence and the original edge line. So we've just continued with this slightly smaller material out here in the field. Hopefully minimal damage. Wire is, yeah, obviously the tension is off it, but no real damage, hopefully. Yep, that's the sound of water underfoot. We're back in our we're back at our lower lying land for our acre scheme, and we're doing a bit of other, I suppose, reclamation and drainage works. Weather obviously has been pathetic, and the chances to get in here and do stuff have been few and far between. But down along here, you may have remembered, was there was a bank and maybe a row of single line of maybe, well, it was rough vegetation. Look, there was trees and bits of bushes and ingrown stuff, but we have water flowing the right way now, so this should help dry out this corner. Water was all lying down all along this line here, and keeping it wet. Over here we've opened up another drain. Yeah, so down here, the original river flows the very back of this field here, that direction. We now have a continuation on of a feeder drain running up through the middle of the field to let the water go, to just help this corner that meets this other drain. Long-term plan, leave it fully open, haven't fully decided. We may just leave it up this far and fence 1.5 meters either side of it, but it's definitely going to be a massive help. This is kind of where the machine had been on the previous stint, and we could actually work, and it was wet then too, to be fair. But no, it's working. The water is draining from both sides. This other side here, it's a wet spot anyway, and there is a natural just spring in there, and well, it's lights out if you were to track into that or interrupt that. But yeah, so this was the original piece back earlier in late summer when we were working here. The last time it was fair to work on it. It's working, the water is getting away, and it is a big help. So we have opened up a bit of ground here. Next thing is to get it fenced and plant a few trees. Yeah, so look at just a couple of bits to tidy up in here. We're nearly there. Well, for this calendar year anyway. I'll try and get a few posts put down now and see about fencing off our riparian area for our trees, and see what happens in the new year. Yep. Suckler farmers, you know what the pain it is to try and move these. They'll always go somewhere when you don't want them to go. But when you do want them to go, they just don't like being compliant, I suppose. We'll give it a lash and see what happens. Waiting patiently. Yeah, another shower of rain. Lovely. Winter feeding 2023 has commenced.